Johsie Cruz. Here is a minority female running in the 4th district here in Georgia. She is running against a guy by the name of Hank Johnson, the guy who said that Guam would tip over.
This is a island that at its widest level is what, 12 miles from shore to shore, and at its smallest level or smallest location, it's 7 miles between one shore and the other. Is that correct?
I don't have the exact dimensions, but to your point, sir, I think Guam is a small island.
Very small island, and about 24 miles, if I recall, long. So 24 miles long, about 7 miles wide at the least widest place on the island, and about 12 miles wide on the widest part of the island. And I don't know how many square miles that is. Do you happen to know?
I don't have that figure with me, sir. I can certainly supply it to you if you'd like.
Yeah, my fear is that the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
We don't anticipate that.
Literally, he said that, and he was not joking. Are you with me so far? All right, let's move right on. So, Johsie came to me 14 months ago, and I met with her at this pizzeria with Kat Fletcher, her campaign manager, and we sat down and talked, and she was considering getting in that race, and she wanted to get some advice from me. Well, here's the advice that I gave her 14 months ago. I told her, in no uncertain words, do not ever talk about a RINO and their voting record. Don't let those words part your lips. Don't even use the word RINO. Because if you do, they will label you an outcast. So don't go in making enemies. Just don't do it. But why do you do it? Because I don't give a damn. I'm taking mine to the people, the real deal. And not only do I meet resistance from the GOP establishment, I know that I'm going to meet resistance from those who think that they are conservatives, but are not. Just like I meet resistance from those who think they are Christians and are not. When I bring up things, well now, how can you call yourself a Christian and support abortion? Like all of those Christian Negroes up there in Chicago. How can they call themselves Christians when they voted for this woman who is married to another woman? Do you understand what I'm saying? So my advice to her was not to put herself in that situation at all. Well, lo and behold, what happened was she got into the race. The GOP paid her no attention. She is the only person that is running against Hank Johnson. The only person. She is the Republican. He is the Democrat. Well, understanding that and knowing that, she asked Doug Collins for his endorsement. Doug Collins, the RINO. Doug Collins endorsed Karen Handel before the primary had ended. She has a 49% constitutional voting record, by the way. But Johsie waited until after the primary, when it was clear that it was just her and Hank Johnson. And Doug Collins' response to her was, I'm not going to be able to endorse you because I have friends in the 4th District. Well, who are his friends? Who? Who are his friends? Only other person running is Hank Johnson. Is that his friend? Is that who he is talking about? So do you see where I'm coming from with this? I also pointed out when I spoke this past Saturday, which of course is why Doug Collins don't want to be where I am. He wants to be everywhere I am not. I also made it clear that the GOP, if they can offer me $20,000 to drop out of a race and go run against Hank Johnson, why haven't they offered Johsie Cruz any money to mount a campaign against Hank Johnson? And I said up there while I was speaking, that lady right there, the GOP hasn't offered her a dime. No money for signs, no money for this, no money for that. They haven't offered her any help whatsoever. Probably haven't even offered her a phone call to give her some advice on the do's and don'ts. And I think the only advice that she got was from me when I met with her and told her, leave RINOs alone. I'll take care of them. You let me handle them. You just run your race and stay out of their crosshairs. Because if you make the GOP establishment an enemy, the only friends that you will have are those that ain't got millions of dollars to throw behind you in winning that seat. And I have been saying for years, and I'm finna shut up, the GOP and the Democratic Party, they have a deal. We have 10 districts for Republicans, 4 districts for Democrats. Neither one of them will put money or a bunch of money behind anybody running in the opposing district.